On day 21 of the war, unfortunately, there is no abating the violence, but unfortunately, it is also the oil reserves of the world which are under attack. Well, this is another breaking news which is coming in. There's been another drone attack, this time around again suspected by Iran, causing a fire at the Kuwaiti oil refinery. In fact, reports are coming in from the state media regarding this. This is another energy infrastructure hit which has been reported in the Middle East. This time around, it was a drone attack on a Kuwaiti refinery, and the fire you can see which has erupted at the oil facility. You can see the black plumes of smoke. This kind of black smoke that usually does indicate that it is oil which is burning and not just anything else, not just an infrastructure. This seems to be oil which is being burned, crude oil at that. Let me go across to Mayank, who's joining us with more details from Tel Aviv. Very disturbing that yet again oil infrastructure is being hit. This time around, Iran is making it very clear that once its oil field has been struck, there is going to be no letting up. Despite the fact that Netanyahu has promised he's not going to be striking Iran's oil fields, Iran is not blinking.
So the worst part of any war is that one can start at will, but one doesn't know where it's going to end and how is it going to pan out or shape out. And this is what exactly is happening. Iran is now hitting multiple bases, specifically the points which are producing energy. And this area happens to be fueling or helping to the world to move. And in case of India also, almost 20% of our energy comes from this place. So it becomes a little really worrisome that the way the energy infrastructure has now become a normal hit for everyone. Right from the starting. And one of the discord which you saw or people have seen between Israel and the US was on energy aspect only. And it happened yesterday that both sides had to speak out in open, telling that it was unilateral strike as far as South Pars was concerned, and then Trump telling that he was not aware of it. You can understand this signifies a very important aspect of this war, that energy, any infrastructure was not supposed to be hit. But as I began by saying that wars may be started by one, but one doesn't know where it's going to head to. This is exactly what is happening now. Now Iran is has been able to use its missiles, drones in such a way that it has been breaching the air defenses at multiple areas. This should be seen and understood by every side in this case. So, and also, this needs to be brought out that yesterday when PM Benjamin Netanyahu was talking to the public and he came into open not only to dispel the rumor against his death, so he also brought out that there's no schedule to this war. Now this is again signifying that the regime change is not taking place. Also he brought out, though cracks have been found. So this says that this war may continue for some time if we read these words which are coming from every side, and the way the conditions are shaping on ground, the way the now energy infrastructure, energy producing infrastructure or energy storage infrastructures are being hit. This is worrisome.
The 7 countries which have their fuel literally being set on fire with repeated strikes, be it from Iran or be it from Israel. 7 countries have lost critical, crucial and precious energy infrastructure to this war. What does it mean for the world's energy reserves and its security? Look at the bar graph, and this is a very disturbing story that you can see. This is the bar graph of the Brent crude oil and how the prices, remember today is the 21st day, how the prices at the time when it started on 11th March and where it is today, and you'll see the spike. And remember, this is per barrel that we are showing you the price of. At the beginning of the war, it was $86 per barrel. And then the next day it went up to 100, then 102, then 100. It hovered around 100, 101. Of course, US also had released its reserve oil structures reserves in order to ensure that the price doesn't spike out across the entire nation, trying to keep it under check. Then there were also times when, remember, US had waived off the sanctions on Russian oil as well, allowing India, along with several other countries, to start importing and buying Russian oil. Well, this is what seemed to have stabilized it for a bit. But now again, you have 108. This is the spike that you saw after the strikes happened, with Israel really upping the ante by striking Iran's oil infrastructure. Right after that, you have Iran then striking out at all its UAE and other partners and neighbors. There were 7 entire countries who've lost or at least have damaged oil infrastructure after the escalation which happened by Israel. And this is the spike up that you can see. From 101, it goes to 108, then 106 is where it is resting right now. And all of this spike had happened after energy infrastructure itself was targeted in this war, which is why it is such a disturbing turn of events. And many are fearing what next.